I have no plans yet.
Okay.
Maybe for my relations, relatives, relatives.
Okay. Good. So you go to your relatives. That's awesome. And so just a quick question. How long have you been learning Chinese?
For 1 year actually.
Okay. And how long have you been learning English?
Learning English, I don't know time, maybe for 5 years, 4 years, but it is not seriously. I study English grammar, English reading, but the speaking is not very well. My speaking
Okay. This my speaking isn't very good.
is
Um,
not very good. Yes.
yeah. So speaking, because it's a gerund, it
Mm-hmm.
would act like a noun. So then we'd use the adjective to modify speaking.
Okay. Speaking is
Yeah.
not very good.
But good. Okay. And Amaury, what are you gonna do this weekend besides play soccer
Um,
tonight?
this weekend, I don't know, teacher. I don't have any plan to do, but I think I will go with my friends to I don't know, take a drink or something like that.
Okay. To take a drink, how would you correct that?
Okay, thank you.
How? So we wouldn't say take a drink. What would
Take a
you say
drink.
instead?
Oh, I will stay with my friends to take a drink. It's not. It's
In English, we don't take drinks, we have drinks.
We have drinks. Have drinks. So I have the same problem when I needed to think about taking. Have I changed something? It's a little confused for me.
It's a common problem,
Oh, okay.
especially because in Portuguese and Spanish you take
Oh,
things.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Um, but so yeah, we have drinks. We could take like a pill, or we can take a drug, or a medicine. But if it's food or a drink, we have it or we drink it.
Okay, nice. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, and awesome. Perfect. And so, what about today, Medina? What did you do today?
During the day,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have to go to the university.
Okay. I had to, maybe.
Had to. Um, I must go to the university.
Had
Yes.
to sounds better because it's the
Better.
past
Yes.
tense.
Uh huh.
Yeah. Um, so must would be like right now. I must go to
Uh
the
huh.
university,
Uh huh.
but it sounds more natural in English to say I have to or I need to. You could even
Okay.
say I got to.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, nice. What are you studying, Medina?
I learning Chinese.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
It is my profession, my specialization. Yes.
Yeah, your major.
Major.
Um,
Major. Okay.
so if it's the thing that you're specifically studying at the university, we'd call that a major.
Uh huh. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Very nice. And so, perfect. Let's get started actually on today's class. And so today we're going to be talking about fairy tales. And so, Amaury, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Yes, of course. Fair tales. In today's classes, we will talk about fair tales, read sections of fair tales, make up our own fair tales.
Nice. Maybe the only small thing, fairy.
Fairy. Fair tales, okay.
Good. Okay. And I think that sounds good. Let's move on to the next page. And Amaury, can you ask Medina the next question? The first
Yes,
question.
yes, of course. What is a fairy tale?
Fairy tale is a short, maybe summary for children.
A short summary. We'd use a different word.
Uh, Short, maybe так. Telling
A short story.
story, yes. Short story for children.
Okay, good. I think that's great. Amaury, do you have anything to add?
No, teacher, it's a good one, a good answer for me.
Okay. Answer for perfect. Okay, and so Melina, can you ask Amaury the next question?
Amari, do you know any fairy tales from your country?
Um, okay. Oh my gosh, I no idea right now, teacher.
Okay.
I have no idea. Maybe Pinocchio, Pinocchio. I don't know how can I say in English.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, maybe Pinocchio. It's I don't know. It's fairy tales.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fairy tale for sure. Maybe
Okay.
Pinocchio. Okay, good. And okay, Medina, what about you? Do you have any fairy tales from your country that you know?
Um, Fairy tale from my country, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have fairy tale about Kambak Shal.
About what?
Kambak Shal.
Okay.
Uh,
And who's Khan Bakshal?
Kambak Shal is uh, так, дедушка. Сейчас. His grandfather who always move. He is very thin and he moves by uh, wind, maybe. When wind blows, he moves.
Okay. Um, is he a good figure or is he a bad figure?
He's maybe I don't know. He's good figure, maybe.
Okay. And so what's the
I
story
forgot
about
about
Khan
I forgot
Bakshal?
about this fairy tale.
Okay.
It is the
Um,
first fairy tale that comes that I imagined, maybe
that I thought of.
that I thought of.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure. Old man. Yeah, really interesting. I'm trying to look it up and I don't have much information to go on. Um, okay. Cool though. Very cool.
I should change this the fairy tale.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. Thank you though. Okay, and David, welcome back to class. David, how are you doing?
Hi Joshua, nice to see you again.
Okay, nice to see you as well. And all right, so actually, let's have David. Can you ask Amaury the last question? Amaury, hopefully you don't leave class, but if you do, nice to see you again.
Okay, teacher. I think I have maybe 20 minutes because my battery, my charge, it's in another office and it's so far than me right now,
Okay, it's really far away from me.
far away from me. Yes. I would just stay here all the time, but like,
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, David, can you ask Amaury the last question?
Joshua, I can see a screen. I'm going to rejoin.
Okay.
Okay.
Medina, can you ask Amaury the last question?
Okay. Amari, do you have a favorite fairy tale?
no, I don't. I don't have any favorite fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
Okay. What about you, Medina?
Uh, um, I have not a favorite fairy tale. I have
I
no
have
yet.
I have no favorite fairy tales.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Good. David, can you see the screen now?
Let me check, Joshua.
Okay.
So yeah, I can see a screen.
Okay. And what about you, David? Do you have any favorite fairy tales?
Mm, yeah, the tale about the three pigs and the wood. No, I
Okay.
think
About
the three pigs and the wolf.
Yeah, the big bad wolf and the
Yeah,
three little
okay,
pigs. Okay, good. Perfect. That's awesome. And I don't think anybody will have any questions on this page. Let's talk about some vocabulary. Amaury, can you read the title and the first 4 words?
Illusion, curse, dramatic, folklore,
Good. Dramatic. Can you repeat dramatic?
dramatic.
Good. And folklore. Good. That sounded nice. Okay, and let's have David. Can you read the next 5 words?
Okay, Joshua. Mysterious, narration or narrator, plot, supernatural, wicked.
Nice. Supernatural. Natural.
Supernatural,
Nice. And then narrator.
narrator. Narrator.
Yeah, narrator.
Narrator. Okay.
Good. So narration and narrator. Well, slightly different, but that was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, and does anybody have any questions? Any questions here?
No questions. I translate this language, these words in my native language. Illusion, I don't. For the first time, I see illusion.
Okay, so you don't know what illusion means. Does anybody know what an illusion is?
Illusion is.
Yeah, illusion is what when you make a reference to another thing.
Yeah. So usually it's a discrete reference. It's like yeah, it's like a hidden reference, or an indirect reference to another thing, or to another story, or to another work is an illusion. But that's exactly correct. So that's what an illusion is. Any other questions?
Yes, teacher. What is plot?
Okay. Does anybody know what the plot is? What's a plot?
It is maybe how to say the scheme of the story or the fairy tale.
It's the what of the story?
Maybe no.
Oh,
It's like a split, teacher. It's like I don't know, division or something like that.
not quite. David, do you know what a plot is?
Yeah, is I think it's what about is the story? The what? Yeah, the events.
Okay, so the event of the story, like what happens in a story,
Uh,
would be the plot.
it's like a topic in the story or something like that.
Yeah, I think the plot is more literal than like a theme or
Okay.
anything like that. It's actually what happens would be the plot. So this happened, then this happened, then this happens, then this happens. That's like the plot, the basic layout of what happens in a story. Okay. And so, any other questions? Any other questions about any of these words?
No, Joshua.
Okay, really good.
Wikti, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, can you repeat wicked?
Wicked.
Yeah.
I forgot that word, teacher. Wicked.
Okay, does anybody know what wicked is?
Uh-huh. Yeah, wicked is like a witch that is, or is like a bad character in a story.
Yeah, a bad
Okay.
So
Best
with
character.
Maybe, sorry, teacher. I have problems with
Don't be sorry.
connection.
That's fine, Medina. Okay, Medina, do you have any questions here?
No questions?
Okay. Perfect. And let's go. Let's actually make some sentences. Let's try that. Can we all choose one word in this list, and can you write a sentence using that word? So write a sentence using the word.
Okay. My word is plot. We should write it in the chat?
Yeah, write it in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, like I said, if you can write a sentence in the chat box using one of these words, either chat box would work.
Joshua,
Yes.
I wrote the example.
Where's your... Oh, there it is.
I think
I was...
my screen was frozen. I was worried.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I was looking in the other chat box. Usually when you write in that chat box, it notifies me. I didn't do it that time. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Okay, David, can you read your sentence?
Okay, sure. I think the fairy tale about the three pigs and the wolf makes an allusion about don't be lazy.
Okay. Yeah, it makes an illusion about...
About not to be lazy.
Yeah, not... We'd use the gerund here.
Yeah. Not to be lazy.
Not being.
Not okay. Not to be lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, makes an illusion about not being lazy. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. And
Uh-oh.
it looks like we've lost... It looks like we've lost everyone.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
yeah, so...
issues connections. Yeah.
What was that?
Maybe issues connections.
Connection issues. Yeah, I think Amaury was losing his power for his laptop.
Battery.
But yeah, okay. And so yeah, that's a really good sentence. Let's go to the next page, David.
Yeah.
That was the sentences.
The same one.
That was nice being surprised by your own work. Okay, can you read this comic, David?
Uh-huh. Once upon a time, there was Khalid. You know what I like to see? I like to see three bears eat the three little pigs, and the bears join up with big bad wolf and eat gold looks and little read. Tell me a story like that, okay? And how should Hansel and Gretel meet their untimely is the witch eats them and then the wolf eats the witch. Okay.
Good. Untimely demise. Can you repeat demise?
Untimely demise.
Good.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I think that's good. And so, yeah, can you explain what the little boy is doing in this comic? What's happening?
Yeah, well, I think the Calvin is boring because always fairy tales, ends in the same thing, a happy end. And Calvin wants a little bit of action, maybe Disney's movies are always like well, a little bit cursi, and she wants something different. He wants
Okay.
something
I didn't hear. Maybe these Disney movies are a little what?
a little well, cursi, cursi, romantic, or
Did you say like cutesy,
no, cursi,
cozy?
no, Currse, cursi. Yeah, but
Like that?
no, no, I'm going to type. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just not sure.
Yeah, well, is that it's not the same in English. Like silly, like cheesy, like a little bit.
Ah, like really cursi.
Yeah.
No. They're a little bit. Yeah, like you could say cutesy, or they're a little bit too
Cheesy.
like warm and fuzzy. You could say
Okay.
cheesy. Sappy is
Happy.
actually probably a good one to use there. So like they're too nice, they're too sappy. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, good.
Okay, that's true.
Okay,
Sappy is a funny word. Sounds funny.
sappy.
Because in Spanish is well, it sounds a little funny for me.
Okay, yeah, yeah, but that's fine. Um, okay, and so I think that's good. Okay, and yeah, do you have any questions on this page or anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, Joshua. Could you refresh me? What does untimely demise mean?
Yeah. Um, could you rephrase? You could say, could you rephrase untimely demise? Or could you explain what untimely demise means? So, one of those two. Untimely demise is just like an early death. So, untimely is like happening at a bad time. Bad time. It's like too early or something. So, too early is just for example, because it could be anything. It could be too early or too late. Untimely is just at a bad time. And a demise is just a death.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
And it's a little bit difficult to hear you, David. It sounds like your voice is really low. Um, so again, if you could raise the volume on your microphone, but if not, it's fine. I can still make you out. Um,
Okay,
but do you have it?
I will try.
Okay. Any other questions or anything you'd like to talk about here?
Um, no, Joshua, it's okay. It's brilliant.
Okay. I think you've already done this reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's try to do something a little bit more typical. Um, we could do this.
Okay.
Do you think you can remember these answers?
Well, I am going to change the answer.
Okay, that's fine. So can you read the first question and answer it?
Okay, okay. Well, some typical fairy tale characters. Okay. Well, in a fairy tale story, there are the good guys that are, for example, well, like the gentleman of the night, or the blue gentleman, or well, how do you call the son of the king?
Ah, the prince.
The blue prince. In English, is the same. The blue prince.
I don't know why they'd say blue. I've never heard of the blue prince.
No. Well,
Just the prince?
in Spanish, the blue prince is the guy that all the princess women expect to have,
Huh.
like for example, handsome, with money, and nice person. It's like kind of the princess.
Interesting. Yeah, we would say maybe the knight in shining armor.
Well, could be.
But we wouldn't say a blue prince. Maybe a prince just in general. Um, we have the phrase like blue-blooded. But like prince isn't necessarily tied to blue-blooded. That just it's termed royal
Mhm.
because you could see the people with their veins if they were very pale, which meant that they weren't working in the fields, which meant that they were probably royalty. Um, but I'm not sure why it would be a blue prince. But I think that's okay. Um, okay, what are some other typical fairy tale characters?
Okay, there are the bad guys, and the wicked characters like witch, the trolls, the monsters, the wolf, and well, what else? The wizard, the bad wizard, uh, the ninjas.
Nice, ninjas.
In some cases are bad.
Yeah, I suppose there are ninjas in fairy tales.
Well, maybe, and maybe the ogres, like
Ogres?
Shrek is an ogre. Ogre.
Good.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, nice. I really like Shrek. I think Shrek is one of my favorite Disney movies. I think recent
Shrek.
Disney movies.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and so what's the difference between a fairy tale and a legend?
Okay. Well, a fairy tale is based all in fiction, just in stories that couldn't be true. All about a fairy tale is untrue.
All that's written, we'd probably say everything that is written is false.
Okay, everything that is written is false.
Okay,
Well,
and what's a legend?
a legend, a legend is also fiction, but has a part that could be true. Be yeah.
Yeah, so it's often considered true by listeners or the speaker.
Mhm.
Okay, do you know any legends? Can you think of any legends?
And legends, yeah, sure. Well, legends, for example, about in English or in England about the King Arthur and his knights.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a legend, no?
nice. Perfect. What about legends in Colombia? Do you have any legends in Colombia?
In Colombia. Like myths, legends could be. Mm, no, I'm not sure. Well, at the moment, I'm not sure about legends.
Okay.
Uh,
I think in Colombia, if I were to answer that question, I'd say that Pablo Escobar is probably a legendary figure, just because there's a lot of stories about him, and maybe not all of the stories are based in truth.
oh yeah, yeah, it's true. Unfortunately, he's a legend.
Yeah,
Well,
unfortunately, he's a legend.
that cocaine, and well, he was a drug seller, a big drug seller. He was the grandfather here of selling drugs.
Yeah, definitely. But no, I think that you can still have a legendary character. We have a couple legendary characters in the United States like that, like Billy the Kid, like criminals, and I don't know. Can you think of any other legendary figures in the United States from the
Yeah,
United States past?
could be, for example, well, about movies. For example, Heward, Heward, I don't know the last name, Heward, Heward something, was a guy in the 40s or in the 50s that was like a founder of uh, airplanes companies. Heward Cole, well,
Okay, I'm not
uh,
sure if I'm familiar. He's a founder. Was he kind of crazy?
no, was like he was like a rock star in that age.
I'm not, David. It's still really difficult to hear you. Um, mm, is there any way that you could maybe go into your computer's like settings and raise the volume on the microphone?
Oh, I have the maximum volume, Joshua. It's
Okay.
the connection, but you can hear me well now or no?
Yeah, I can hear you relatively well. It's a little bit off and on, but yeah. Okay, I think that's good for that part at least. Let's do the next question. What's another colloquial meaning for fairy tale?
Hmm, yeah, it was in the paragraph, no? I forgot the colloquial meaning.
Okay, do you know what colloquial means?
Colloquial is usual or, or very very popular
Yeah, it's like common speech.
common speech.
Be in common speech. And so, in common speech, when would somebody use a fairy tale? So, can you think of an example when somebody used fairy tale? Not necessarily to mean a story for
Mhm.
children with magical things.
Yeah, for make an allusion or something.
Okay, so when you're making an allusion to something,
Yeah, in a
um,
common speech. Yeah, you are talking about something in a common speech and you want to make an allusion. Could be.
um, that could be if you're alluding to a fairy tale. I think that could be an allusion that uses a fairy tale colloquially, which is a little bit different. So we're talking about the term itself, fairy tale. So when people say fairy tale in everyday speech,
Oh, I
but
know.
aren't referencing a specific fairy tale.
Like, don't tell me lies, or are you joking, or
Yeah, don't
you
tell me fairy tales.
don't tell me lies.
Exactly. So can you think of an example or maybe a situation and when someone would say, well, in which someone would say, "Don't tell me fairy tales"? Can you tell a story about when that would happen?
Mhm. Well, a situation, no? Could be, for example, yeah, I used to have some friends. Well, I used to have one friend that he used to talk many lies. He wants that people believe that he was important and he was like rich. And once time, when we know a girls in a bar, he he started to talk with with those girls, and he says, for example, I am well. I am the son of a important politician. I'm the son of a senator, and after this, my chauffeur is going to my driver is going to come for me and take me to another place. Well, the girls realized that he was telling lies, and yeah, they were like, don't tell me fairy tales. We know that you are poor.
We know that you were what?
You are poor.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's sad, but that's a perfect example. There's another way that you could use a fairy tale colloquially. So what's another situation? It's more of a positive situation.
My positive. Well, okay, yeah. When one time, for a friend of the family come to home and speak about a business, but it was like a business where you, for example, you enter to the business, you become an associate, and you have to recruit. You become an associate, and you have to recruit or brings other people to the business. Well, after you bring all people to the business, you start to earn money because they join to the business, and after they join, they will recruit more people, and you will earn more money of the people that they recruit. And actually, my father says, "Okay, don't tell me fairy tales because it's like well, it's not. I can't believe in that."
Yeah, don't tell me fairy tales. That's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's a pyramid, right? I think
Okay.
actually it's a pyramid.
Yeah.
In Costa Rica there are pyramids also.
Yeah, so we don't have any pyramids in Costa Rica, but there are plenty of pyramid schemes. So yeah, that sounds like a classic pyramid scheme
Yeah,
where
it's
you
a
have
pyramid.
to, huh?
Yeah, it's for making a fraud.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they're usually all bad ideas to get involved in,
Yeah.
um, unless you're at the very top of the pyramid. But good.
Well,
So,
it's good if you are in the first position and
mhm.
you invest the money and you take out the money quickly. But if you continue to invest, you are going to lose.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like a no-win kind of situation. Um, what about a fairy tale wedding? What would a fairy tale wedding be?
A fairy tale. But well, I don't like to get married, so I am supposed
I
that
don't want to. I don't want to get married.
yeah,
What if you
exactly.
were at your friend's marriage and it was a really good friend and they had an awesome wedding?
Yeah, I am going to suppose that I am a wedding planner, you know, like the in the television, one that are wedding planners. Okay, could be for example, well, call, let's be creative. Could be for example, mm, well, I think maybe a wedding in a warm place, could be like in a beach or in a shore
On a beach.
on a beach. beach or on a shore. Or, yeah. And another theme could be well, with a band or a musical group.
Okay.
Uh,
What band would you have at a fairy
well,
tale wedding?
mm, I am thinking in folklore of my country. Have you
Oh,
ever have you ever listened vallenato?
I don't think so. Can you write the name in the chat box?
Okay, sure. Oh, yeah. Let me. What?
No, I don't think so. I
No?
haven't heard of that one.
Oh, well. So could be vallenato that is folklore music in my country. It's very
Okay.
nice. It's for dancing and for
Nice.
listening to. Well, bands, vallenato bands, and well, with some waiters and waitress, with buffet. Yeah, it's a buffet.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that would be a fairy tale wedding. I think that's good. Waitresses is one thing. Waitresses.
Waitresses.
Um, but other than that, that was really good. Okay, and what about the last one? Where do fairy tales normally take place?
Fairy tales take place normally in castles in far away kingdoms. In the imagination.
And in the imagination. Good. So in castles and kingdoms far, far away, and in the imagination. That's awesome. Really good work. Um, do you have any questions on this page?
No, Joshua. Thank you.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. And let's try to make a fairy tale of your own. So David, can you read the title?
Okay. Practice make a fairy tale. Talk to your class. Talk. Yeah, Joshua. Talk to yourself and try to make your own fairy tale.
Good. Okay, and so where's this story going to take place?
Okay, I'm not very good inventing fairy tales. So,
That's okay. You don't have much of a choice.
well, could be well, could be for example in I think the usual in a far away kingdom
A
that
kingdom far, far away.
a kingdom far away that has an enormous castle that is guarded for a big dragon that is pretty angry and hungry
Okay. Okay.
and yeah.
Anything else?
Then, um, there is surround is okay.
It is
By
surrounded.
That is surrounded by large forests with uh, with uh, with monsters and dangerous creatures.
Nice. Dangerous creatures. Nice. Okay, that's good. Um, that's a really good setting. And so, who are the good characters in the story? Who are the good characters?
Okay, well, the good characters is the 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 knight. Well, the good characters are the knight, his his brave horse. No, his brave horse. Oh,
Okay. We could say, instead of saying the good character, which implies there's only one, a good character would imply more. So if we say a good character is the knight. Also, his brave horse.
Yeah, his very horse.
Okay, what's his name?
The horse or the knight?
Both.
Both. The knight calls Juan, Juan, and the horse is called. Okay. Uh, I don't know.
You can change that if you want.
No, no.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2. Oh yeah, 1, 2 is
Okay. Um, and so, are there any other good characters, or is that it?
okay. Yeah. There are another kings, another knights, and and no more. There are no more
Okay, there are no more characters.
there are no more characters. Right.
Okay. And so, who are the evil characters?
Okay. The evil characters are the wizard, the ugly. The, the evil characters are the the wizard, the ugly, and
The ogre?
the ugly,
The ugly?
yeah, the ugly
The ugly what?
and stinky wizard.
Okay. The ugly and stinky wizard. Any
Yeah.
other evil characters?
Uh-huh.
Maybe the dragon?
Okay, yeah. The big the enormous and angry and hungry and dragon. Yeah.
Okay. And maybe the dangerous creatures.
Yep. Some trolls. Yeah. Some trolls.
Yeah?
Some trolls. Well, some what what else? Some witches.
Ow.
Some witches and well, I could be, for example, like bad lawyers.
What was that?
Bad lawyers. No, I'm joking. No, there are
Lawyers?
no.
um, good. And so, what's the problem that the main character? What's the problem that Juan is going to have?
Mhm. Well, the deal is about the problem. Is it okay if I say the deal?
The deal?
Sí. Yes. It's okay.
Um, yeah, you could say the deal is that. So the deal is, it's like the situation is, the deal is,
Uh-huh. The
it's
deal,
definitely slaying.
yeah. Well, the deal is. So the deal is that the well, like the knight uh, ask some money from the wizard uh, as a loan from the wizard, and actually he couldn't pay the loan, so the wizard kidnapped the princess.
Okay. So maybe the princess can be added to the list of good characters.
Yeah, sure. The princess.
Nice. Um, okay. That's definitely a problem. So maybe does the knight have to get the princess back?
Yeah, actually, yeah, the knight couldn't get the money with any bank and any friend, so he decided to call his his friends, his knight friends, his group of friends and kill the wizard.
Call his group of friends and kill the wizard. Okay. And so what problems is the main character gonna have? Or actually, so that's his help. Will he use any magic?
Who, the knight or the wizard?
Yeah. What magic is involved in the story? So either.
What magic? Okay, well, it's the magic of if you don't have money, don't pay for money.
Yeah, that's the moral for sure. So the moral
Yeah,
is
the moral is don't no. The moral is don't put like a guarantee your girlfriend.
yeah, don't put your girlfriend up for collateral. Don't put
Yeah,
your
collateral.
girlfriend up for collateral on
On a loan.
on a loan. Yeah, that's definitely a good moral. How's the story gonna end?
Well, I suppose that well, actually, the princess sleep with the wizard and everything is solved.
The wizard, nice, and everything is called off. I think that's a pretty decent ending. Um,
Yeah,
serves the night
yeah.
right,
No,
I guess.
not,
Uh,
yes, it's not a Disney history.
what
Disney
was that?
story. It's not kind of Disney story. Story.
Definitely not a Disney story, more of like a Calvin story for sure.
Yeah,
Um, good. Okay. Do you have any questions on this page?
no, Joshua. I
Okay.
have no question.
Yeah, you did a good job. I mean, your English is getting really solid. You're speaking really smoothly. This sounds good. That was a good story. Um, okay, let's go. Yeah, try this. So what's happening in the picture? What's gonna happen next?
Uh-huh. What is happening? What is happening in the picture? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In the picture, there is a guy who is drunk and he is sleeping in his table, and
On
there
his
are
table.
there are some elfos or
Elves?
hobbits.
Elves or hobbits?
No, there is. There are some hobbits that want to play a joke with him.
A joke on him.
Oh, yeah, like that.
Okay. So what's gonna happen? What kind of joke are they gonna play? What are they gonna do?
Okay, so um, the hobbits are going to the hobbits are going to wow. I don't know. The, okay. The hobbits are going to to cop to cop to cop to
Cut?
no to cut to cut to cut his ring, and they are going to take care the ring and give him to a evil wizard.
You take the ring and give it to a wizard?
Yeah, the beginning of the Lord of the Rings.
Okay, good. Um, nice. That's good. Um, so they're gonna cut his string.
No, his ring. Yeah,
Cut his ring.
yeah, cut or coach, cut.
Cut off.
Yeah.
They're gonna cut off his ring, and they're going to take the ring and give it to a wizard. I think that'd work. Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, we're just out of time. Do you have any last questions, David?
Oh no, Joshua, thank you for the class. It was great.
Yeah. No, it was a pleasure. It was nice having you in class. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, I'm going to see the match between Colombia and El Salvador.
All right, enjoy.
Yeah, thank you so much for
All right,
this.
bye.
Take care. Bye bye.